So earlier today, I got the opportunity to interview Jon Gruden, and Jon Gruden dropped an absolute bar when it comes to Brock Purdy. Now, we all understand what the conversation and discourse is around Brock. Should he get paid? All of those things. Is he even really a good quarterback? I think there's even some bottom barrel rumors that the 49ers should trade for Joe Burrow. I mean, all those different types of things. But take a listen to what Jon Gruden had to say about Brock Purdy and what the 49ers should do with him. Take a listen right here. Different opinions and evaluations on what Brock Purdy is and he isn't. As a coach, offensive guru, what are your thoughts on Brock Purdy?
They should build a statue of him in San Francisco. He covered their ass, man. They gave up 3 first-round draft choices to get a guy they got rid of. You guys have him in Dallas. And this guy's the last pick of the draft. He's taking you to the Super Bowl. He's taking you to the brink. He deserves to get paid, and I'll just leave it at that.
I mean, it's hard to argue with Jon Gruden. I mean, you can say what you want about some of the things that have happened with him, but when it comes to compartmentalizing his football mind, I mean, he's one of the best in the game when it comes to offense and all of that stuff. So it just continues to be a common theme, especially when I'm talking to people here who have played quarterback at the highest level, who have covered this sport at the highest level. The common theme is all the same in regards to Brock Purdy. And, you know, he said they need to build a statue. And I think I've seen some people also comment on this quote, on Instagram and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, the standards have really dropped. And I just don't think people are understanding what Jon Gruden is saying here. He's not saying build a statue because he's the greatest 49ers quarterback of all time. He's saying they need to build a statue because he saved their asses when they went and traded multiple first-round draft picks for Trey Lance. Trey Lance clearly busted and just wasn't a guy who, even if he didn't get hurt, I don't know if it would have panned out in San Francisco. So what he's saying is they need to build a statue for him because he saved their jobs. And because if the 49ers didn't have a quarterback to take over for Trey, I mean, we saw how unconfident they were, so they kept Jimmy Garoppolo around. What would the 49ers look like right now, if they didn't get Brock Purdy? So that's what he's saying. And he also said to pay him. So I don't know, man. I've talked to a lot of people here on Radio Row, and like I said, a lot of some of the best football minds in the entire sport, and some players who have played at the highest level. They all have the same opinion, and I find it to be fascinating. And they all have very similar questions to the critiques and borderline hate that Brock Purdy gets. But hey, it is what it is. We understand how it is, especially when Brock didn't have his best year last year. We know that the birds are going to be chirping. So I don't know. The sentiment continues to be the same. I really haven't come across anyone who has pushed back on the notion of paying Brock or that Brock isn't a good quarterback or those things. So hey, we'll see what we get. But let me know what you think about what Jon Gruden had to say in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.